Another day, a different approach to more details regarding the Ripple v. SEC lawsuit have emerged, ladies and gentlemen. We will take it one step at a time. This is not a good sign. However, crypto professionals remain composed. They have complete faith that Ripple's XRP coin will surge in value to $5,000. It's quite awesome, isn't it? We can start immediately. In Ben's case, no. The ongoing legal dispute between Ripple Labs and the SEC has taken an unexpected turn. For XRP users, this further clouds the issue. Judge Analisa Torres rejected settlement offers from both parties at the last minute, just as the case appeared to be heading in a positive direction. This put a halt to the advancement and served as a reminder to everyone. This matter has not yet concluded. There were rumors this month that Ripple and the SEC had settled their differences, reducing Ripple's fines. The original goal of the revised agreement was to reduce Ripple's penalty from $125 million to $50 million. In order to recover the additional $75 million, they requested the lifting of the present order. As for Ripple's operations, despite widespread belief that it would finally put an end to the litigation that had been dragging on since 2020, Judge Torres rejected the offer. Many law-abiding XRP traders were taken aback by this. In addition to minor gripes with procedure, there is a more fundamental dispute regarding the legal grounds that allow for the modification of final court decisions. It wasn't merely erroneous documentation. Many attorneys immediately praised Judge Torres' ruling as firm and decisive. Final court decisions are difficult to reverse. Howard Fisher, a former SEC lawyer, stated that the court is making it plain that there are stringent legal requirements for any modifications to a final ruling. In this situation, these rules were disregarded. In other words, agreements do not need to be lawful and adhere to all regulations in order for the court to authorize them. The subsequent relative calm frightened XRP supporters even more. Neither Ripple nor the SEC had submitted a revised plan following the judge's decision as of May 15. So far, the court's agenda has not included any speeches or motions. It has been completely silent. It can be difficult to remain silent when such a significant matter is at stake. There have been a lot of online rumors. Some have speculated that Ripple is reevaluating its approach to legal matters. People are left speculating and in the dark because there have been no concrete updates. There is speculation that the SEC might be reconsidering its stance. This means that the original ruling of the court will remain in effect for the time being. Once again, Ripple must fork out $125 million in fines, and some of its operations are. Unfortunately for Ripple, their troubles with the SEC appear to be coming to a close. The purchase may still go through despite this. Restart on either side, and see if you can make amends for the errors that resulted in the rejection. While something is being addressed, additional damage will occur. When will it be finished? At first glance, it appeared that Ripple's business practices were the exclusive focus of this legal dispute, but now it's elevated to a whole new level. The best way to govern cryptocurrencies in the United States is an open question. For Judge Torres, this case was a watershed moment, when he stated that the sale of XRP on secondary markets and exchanges does not constitute its sale as a security. For many, that ruling marked a victory for Ripple and a potential watershed moment in the regulation of cryptocurrency. However, the latest development demonstrates that numerous unexpected twists and turns remain before regulations are clarified. Leading Ripple attorney Stuart Alderati has maintained his stance. The duration of the case. Recent writings from him include, "We've always said we'll fight for clarity." The whole cryptocurrency industry, not just Ripple, is still dealing with the same issue. Their significance has only grown as Ripple prepares for its next legal battle. Beyond being a mere holdup, the court's refusal to approve the purchase is significant. Causes me to reflect on the gravity and significance of this struggle. The outcome of this lawsuit may determine the future treatment of crypto initiatives by U.S. regulators. Everyone in the cryptocurrency community, including Ripple and its investors, is in a state of uncertainty until the case concludes. In one of the most consequential court cases in the history of cryptocurrency, they are now waiting for the next move. Just one item. Experts in the subject aren't worried, though. Many of them consider this legal matter to be merely a temporary obstacle on the path to XRP's future greatness. Regardless of the legal issues, Ripple is still widely believed to be poised for a major breakthrough. Even better, they claim that these deals are only available right now, So now is the time to buy. Keep reading if you own XRP or are interested in purchasing some. Stay tuned for what's coming up next. This is why influential members of the XRP army are fueling greater enthusiasm for the coin and reinforcing their prediction that it will explode in value soon. I do not want to sell XRP. That is all that Jack the Rippler had to say in a straightforward yet impactful tweet. It says a lot that you're standing firm. The fluctuation of prices is simply one factor for many long-term purchasers. On the idea that XRP has considerably greater potential, Jack proceeded to do something even more perilous. Do you have $240 to spend on XRP? Stock market investors might find that figure absurd, but in the cryptocurrency industry, outlandish claims do happen. In general, they reveal people's attitudes and intentions for the future. In agreement with him was crypto influencer XRP Army. During the great bull run that many believe is coming shortly, the price of XRP might range from $5 to $270. This spread may appear large, but it actually demonstrates the fascinating riskiness of XRP. With all the court-related news for years, many people think that clear regulations could ultimately attract a lot of waiting institutional capital. No, you're not allowed. Either XRP is really usable for international money transfers, or Ripple's alliances with major banks are strengthening. Although the SEC litigation caused delays, Ripple's primary objective remained unimpeded. If an XRP enthusiast has said XRP looks ready to go, it's because they've given it considerable consideration. Hype. However, not everyone is experiencing a tens-only situation. Ascending to the stars is a goal for some. Steph promised that you will find $5,000 worth of XRP in your bank account when you wake up. Next we have XRP Dragon, who declared categorically, you will become wealthy using XRP. XRP will definitely hit $10,000. These estimates are quite unlikely to materialize in the near future. Not everyone can have faith that the price of XRP will rise. The question is when, not if, it will occur. Technically, XRP's value has not changed despite the fact that regulators have exerted considerable pressure on its pricing. As Ripple progressively pushes back against regulatory constraints, the market is undergoing a transformation. If Ripple's victory in court is any indication, the cryptocurrency market will react swiftly when all is clear. Of the most significant business happenings in recent memory, the locals still aren't giving up. Their faith actually deepens as they overcome each legal obstacle. The courts have been silent, but that hasn't changed their tranquility. Despite the setbacks, they remain committed. Why does that photo only capture a fraction of a second? Since many individuals possess XRP, at this moment, the cost is irrelevant. The focus is on the upcoming changes. Despite its potential impact, this is receiving very little attention. The topic at hand is the degree to which Ripple collaborates with businesses globally. Worldwide, Ripple has been clandestinely collaborating with major financial institutions, governments, and banks. However, the majority of individuals are concerned about the legal aspects. An opera. That's not all. This is the actual process